everybody, and welcome back to another episode of All the Scents, your home of the super quirky fragrance reviews. Last time was an exciting episode because there was a changing of guards in my top 5 fragrances. I reviewed Kate Spade's new fragrance, Kate Spade New York, and I loved it. It was a Mother's Day present from my son. He picked it out all by himself, and he knows me well. He has really good taste because it was delightful. I would be happy to wear that one, so good job to my son. We've got another contender today, of course, and this is another Mother's Day present, actually. This one came from my husband. This may or may not have been a suggestion on my part to him. I even, in fact, sent him the link to purchase it, I'm pretty sure. This is sight unsmelled, though, so I was intrigued by the notes, and there aren't a lot of reviews out there, but the ones that I have been able to come across really sounded like this would be my cup of tea. So what we've got here is Skylar's Magic Bloom. Skylar is kind of a cool company. They have kind of a monthly subscription. If you're a part of it, you can get access to exclusive fragrances. Otherwise, if you're not a member, you can get access to their signature line of fragrances only. So from what I understand, Magic Bloom recently became a part of their signature line after having been a fragrance of the month. And everybody loved it so much, they finally made it a part of the permanent lineup. The descriptor on the box says bright, juicy, and tart. I like the sound of all of those things. Of course, I'm a floral and fruity kind of person, but citrus is a very close third. It's clean, hypoallergenic, and cruelty-free. So before committing to a whole bottle, I kind of wanted to try it out. And they had a 40% off sale for their floral fragrances. So my husband snagged it during that sale. That made this about $17 or something, which I thought was a pretty low-risk way to try it out. Okay, so on the back of the box it says, the subtle sweetness gets brighter with a dash of spontaneity. In a moment, the future looks just like her. Pure magic. It's very ethereal and beautiful sounding. What else do I want to mention? Oh yeah, when comparing the ingredients on this to one of my other fragrances, for instance, like Kate Spade New York, the ingredients are like alcohol denat, maybe denatured. Perfume is the second ingredient, aqua. Then we got like ethyl hexyl methyl cinnamate or something. Ethyl hexyl methyloxy cinnamate. But on the Skylar fragrances, the ingredients are organic sugarcane, alcohol denatured, perfume, fragrance, aqua, water oak, and fragrance. Then it says the ingredients are on Skylar.com. So I don't know, if you go to visit their website, you might find some more of these unpronounceable things, or if they are really super clean. But their marketing makes me think that they are super clean anyway. Alright, so their smaller version actually comes in rollerball form rather than a purse spray. The fragrance notes that they list on the side of the box, I think, are not all of the fragrance notes, but what they say is pear, yuzu, and magnolia. I don't think I know what yuzu smells like necessarily. Pear is bright and tart. Magnolia, I love, is a strong floral. So I'm really excited to see how these are going to interact with each other. So instead of spraying on a heat point, I'm going to roll it on a heat point. Oh my gosh, this is love at first scent. Is it the sugar? Like, what makes me love this so much? I love, oh my gosh. So maybe, I don't know if it's because of a rollerball and so there's not kind of that alcohol spray. This is the first fragrance in like forever that I have loved from the very first nanosecond of the scent. Like, it just makes you feel so happy. Like, it must immediately release dopamine into your brain or something. It's so good. So yeah, that pear, it's juicy, it's mouth-watering. It's softening ever so slightly, and I think maybe I'm smelling the florals coming up a little bit, but it's staying so fresh and crisp. And I'm not talking about a freshness like grass. I don't tend towards fragrances like that. But This is a mouth-watering, juicy, like if you dove into a pear grove, it's just amazing. This is an Eau de Toilette, and most of my fragrances up there are Eau de Perfumes because the composition lasts longer when it's in that form. I'm going to be excited to see how this progresses as the day goes on, but it's staying just so powerfully fruity and juicy, and a little bit of floral coming out. I am loving this. I want to know what the base notes are going to be. They're almost suggesting that Magnolia is the base note here. I usually find that in the heart notes. So if it dries down to just a Magnolia, this is like going to be a contender for my top 3, not just my top 5. All right, if I were to assign a color to this fragrance, honestly, it's kind of difficult. So it's so bright, I want to say a chartreuse, but it's not quite that green. So maybe a little bit yellower than chartreuse. It's bright, it's fun, it's effervescent. Yeah, definitely somewhere in that yellowish green realm. Right, so how many bows will I assign Magic Bloom? You're not going to believe this. I can't believe this. This is the first time on this show that I have ever given something upon first sniff such a high mark. But this one is getting a solid 4 bows. 4 out of 5. 5 is reserved for my ultimate favorite fragrance on this entire earth, which currently is Chanson by Chanel. So while we're talking about what's on the shelf there, yeah, that's in my number 1 spot. Number 2 is Philosophy's Amazing Grace Magnolia. Number 3 is Aerin's Mediterranean Honeysuckle. Number 4 is Gucci's Flora Glorious Mandarin. And currently number 5, which has not held its rank for very long, is Kate Spade New York. So how did Magic Bloom perform against my top 5? I'm going to say, yet again, there is going to be another changing of the guards. Now, I promise I don't go through my favorite fragrances this quickly. This is a special time of the year. I received some Mother's Day gifts from close family members who know me well, and I'm going to have to say the one that my husband got for me has beat out the one that my son got for me. Oh, I'm sorry. Those top 4 are still hanging in there strong. I could not possibly part with those 4 for now. However, I am going to change out my top 5 spot for Magic Bloom. Kate Spade New York, you were amazing in the week that I had you up there. And it's tough to say goodbye because obviously this was a great one, a great performer. This will make any woman I know feel happy and confident and proud to be in their skin. But welcome to the club, Magic Bloom by Skylar. If you have any questions or comments for me, don't hesitate to fill them out below. And please subscribe to my channel for more fragrance reviews. See you next time.